inside the big family of Wiyad. Well, of course, me when I talk to you, now the usual man who you know, when I Baibure Kablai from the north. Well, of course, me people them today, we get an issue where we dey look into, we will believe say some of you go don't get a flow of this particular issue. But again, it don't tell they see the similar things them will happen today, but they happen in other people in country. Well, we will take on one kind way. But because we get a government, we don't care about we the people them. Then just care about their own selfish interest. Things that way they benefits them. Things that way they feel say that they make them know they grab again our power. Government, we want count dictatorship inside we had. Government, we want count one party state inside we had. Well, no doubt, we make the talk the way they day. Because now all of them things here, all that people be done to try where they able to succeed, now in this government they do inside we had. But we thank God, we MPs them be the sleep with people them. Now, I think we all be done contribute for the knock them. Today, we wake up.
You sure say they don't wake up from the sleep? For me, I'm not sure. I'm not sure say they don't wake up at all. It's like for say no more, then just take, then just yak no more. Because we're not too sure it. But people them, please, not to hear we sit down then days here and talk about how you call him, this Ugandan president. Not to hear we talk say amongst the first set of people where we caretaker go visit, where he become caretaker. Now the Ugandan president, Museveni. Tell me something about this particular Ugandan president. What is he capable of doing? We sit down here. We not elect for sit down and talk because we want for talk. We dey talk based on what we see, what we observe, what we experience, and what we hear. Then self talk. It tell we about different things them, and based on the kind background of Museveni of Uganda. Tell me, not to some of the things than this, where that particular mandate they do. Suppress the opposition. Not they give the opposition any rights for do anything. Waiting they want, nef courts, pauper. Anything where they want for do, they feel say no money na the right side. Turn the constitution anyhow them be. Take money how they want for do am. Do anything how they want for do am. Not only they happen so. So now, prove we right or prove we wrong. Waiting we sit here then days here and talk. We wrong or we right? Me brother, you know what I go tell you? Let we continue for do what we feel say we can do best. And let we continue for do what we love for do. Yeah, when we sit here soon. And not go be all time, but that thing where we see, we analyze them. We family member them. When I watch inside there. You know, we want for be the example, say, anytime when we tell you, say, them people here, when they talk something, they mean them, not a joke. We don't always tell you, say, them people here, when they talk, listen to them very, very well. When they do something, watch them, find one, you know exactly what they're about for them. Now you see the reason why we can talk them, ain't we don't hate nobody. We get love for everybody. You know, because inside we get unique motto. Unity, freedom, justice. But watch back. If any of them want they also they work right now. Anyway, like my brother don't say, today we want to focus on this thing will happen, this emergency sitting of parliament na been too many. Oh yeah. We go touch small bit inside the constitution, let you see something. And I want to call you back, say, pay attention. Because we go allow them for talk. Lengthy one. And when you listen to them, listen, fine one. You go see inside we don't all back. For come scatter inside this particular program for you. No go no sayo, like my brother say. We get bokutin. Brother, I see you take note. It's Alex today, you want check what?
Well, you know, say today we don't get much for see. We
But
will
I
let
think
for let the
I
people
faint
hear
by
it
you.
for
I
themselves.
faint by you. And check what now? I faint by you.
Man, we don't tire. We really, really don't tire. One good thing, we like how the thing they go now. We devil fearful, say the pikin they begin pick who are they under the inside it. Now so SLPP don't turn like. They don't push me say now the wall with the reach so now. So I know they give for go. Pass me bounds. So far so good, me people them are sweating, me brother don't say. Some of you go doubt wetin happen so. But me and me brother know the doubt. Because we don't dey talk am now. But one thing about Solomon, we act or believe something. Now until something prove for itself before we believe. You know, sometimes the way you talk something, we get for happen, but it not happen, it will can't happen, so man get the name where they call you. This man a which man or this man a other person. But no, for anybody who get sense, me people them, you dey able to study something, you get an answer immediately, especially when it comes in politics. And not any other politics, but the dirty, wankanda, misdirection politics where this SLPP with the fearful slogan power bring come to we.
Anyway, let's just watch quicker than they watch. I hope you do it me.
No, today I know they will see you today.
Okay,
You can do
let's go quick, yeah. Alright, let's just Sudan and do it with today. We get Fuad Sisse, we get Usman Bai, we get Vicky Posh, we get Kai Bao, we get Juliet Davis, Mahmoud Kamara, Yassi Ali, Brahma Sisse, Nadia Fofana, Irene Davis, Zainab Touré, Marie Kanu, Miss Naira, Edward Abdullahi Kagbo, King Sine, Samuel Sisse, Zimed, Esmerella Johnson, Ayet Koka, Hassan Joe, Korn Mac Ose. Na den so far they na we don't left them comments down na the YouTube. Let come over quick one to Facebook and see me people them within our Facebook right now and they watch we don't left them comments them so far. Okay. We get Abdullahi Bangura, Sequence Dumbuya, Fatimata J.A. Fofana, Mariatu Anderson, Mohamed Tijan Bangura, Marikano Jibril Dumbuya, Irene Davis, Mohamed Kamara, Naske, Conte Usman, Mayama Yanama Touré, Ahmed Kamara, Mohamed, okay, I don't get that one, Tijan Bangura, Jojo Ibrahim P. Sisse, Chris Sisse, Kenneth Cole, Alimami Sine Sawane, Salio Kamara, T. Buzu, Abu Samura, let me see, Daniel O. Gubi. Yes, so na me say for na me they talk rubbish so Daniel. How you see am? Not feel bad if I they talk rubbish now, yeah? Na me say they talk rubbish. He said life no balance na Ali na they talk rubbish so. God bless you my brother. Na me say for na me they talk rubbish so. Farouk Courage, Victor Pablo Marine, Awa Bangura, Petrina Thorley, Tommy Keru, Sugar Rams, Mohamed Drogba Fadika, Abdul G. Kagbo, Matakabo Marba, Gafure Makalo, Mohamed Sanko, Umar, okay, Gloria Kagbo, Kemzo Sangba Mara, Amadou Conte, Sembu Kamara, Alfred Ibrahima Pikanu, Michael Kagbo, Now then, so far don't drop the comments. Now, Facebook, please. As soon as they come, we'll continue for react to this particular program, and then please, wanna share and for we, okay? Wanna share. Thank you very much. But there will be share can talk so now, so I think say then they happen small, eh?
But I'm not sure for me. The most important thing, just believe on which you deeper.
Yeah,
that's all.
I know.
No matter how, whatever somebody describe and for me, believe on which you deeper.
But not true. Sometimes life no balance. So the way how this person is sabi me first and not to say sabi me right now. That's all. That's not life. Not a year life.
Things will never be the same.
Yes, things will never be the same. I like that. I really like that. Okay, so let me move. What in Aguale we first begin looking to? Let we go inside the issue of. Begin looking inside the issue of this thing will happen. But first, most of you good watch them. But if you not watch them yet, I want for please want for let you take your time and watch this again. Yeah, we want now let you watch to this particular clip where Chernoba, Cherry Coco, Kande Yumkela, and forgive me the number 3 person in him and not eating them, as them when they talk about things them where happen today na been to money. Yeah. Let's watch this one, but they come back just now. A long small, please, patient, listen and listen very well, like I can tell you. But they come back just now.
They don't want it to expire. They don't purportedly lay on the table certain instruments. But we all know say, and the pictures, the videos, and the cameras will show say, nothing has been laid on the table. Because there are procedures, the mess not been done at the table, so we don't know who's part at the table and there. As we speak, they don't lay any document at the table yet. But coming to the issue, we challenge this morning. And we will continue for challenge until they correct them. Parliament is the house of laws and procedure. Now the Constitution established Parliament. Parliament is not established itself. So when they do the Constitution, they get different areas than the Constitution. If you can see, we get laws where they deal with forestry, where they deal with PPRC, where they deal with NEC, they all get individual legislations. The Constitution, not just the broad outline they did. Any outfit where they create, then they get the little details. So the area we cover Parliament, and the standing orders that the laws where they guide the regulations and operations of Parliament. And one of the things I want to remind the Speaker about today, SO43, there is a proviso to that SOD. Clear. Nobody knows say the president don't get power under 86(1) for call Parliament when he wish. Nobody knows say that. But two problems. One, the SO very specific. So when the president called the speaker, say he wants an emergency sitting, then definitely the next thing will happen. The speaker for call the majority and minority leaders, the Parliament, together with the clerk, and get consultations. As I talk publicly today, that will be happening. Now social media will begin hearing and see things. Up to this point where they talk to us, so with all the illegalities we don't compound themselves, up to this point, nobody not consult me, and I show some of my colleagues themselves, but they will talk for themselves. But most importantly, apart from SO43, plenty other provisions and then are the standing orders, and the Constitution where they don't breach. We not say Parliament day in session until May. We just be there on recess. So if the president they call an emergency sitting now, while session day on, the only thing what he go do through that proclamation day, now the only item for the other paper. But when I see there's a minister of trade, they lay paper, they may get bill where they don't cancel cyber bill. So not all the reason where the president say Parliament for sit for the first weekend I have. And all the procedures where SO18 say you will follow in cases of statutory instruments, orders, rules and regulations have not been followed. So the other paper wrong, they not consult, and they not do what they're supposed to do before they come. We've got plenty of other issues that we're going to talk about. Now only when we raise the issue, say the census where they want for conduct, as I talk to us so right now, the police they still spray pepper spray per week. They don't do one from where they come. But professionally, we don't resist and we resilient. With all them pepper spray, we still brave them, we still deny because we believe in the people that they represent, and we believe say we for respect and protect the law. So basically, we position that the document that where they purport for lay not properly laid before the house, and that even if they be one for lay and properly, they not be get the authority because the procedures they were them for follow before they lay the paper, they not follow the procedures there. That is our position, and we will continue to educate the public and the citizens we want to represent, because we work now for represent people, for make laws and for provide oversight. In this case, we will get a representative challenge. So now that's make there, and what Sean has said, we will continue to be peaceful and law-abiding citizens, but it is a shame that in the well of Parliament, for the second time under the SLPP government, in less than 5 years, they don't come with police at the well twice or beat MPs out of the chamber. So the point that today, the police then fetch themselves, because sometimes some not be left in the sea, they end up for fetch themselves. It is a shame. We call on the police, continue to be professional, let them know say their duty, now for represent, now for protect with lives and property. Not of one person in life and property or group, now with all lives and property that to protect. But basically coming back to today, all what in and do so illegal. The minister we can lay the document, now the Attorney General. Both the Statistics Act and the Census Act of 2002, both make it clear say the definition of minister in them documents in there means the minister is responsible for development. And we don't get any information at the house where tell we say the Minister of Development and Economic Planning not in the country. So we don't know how the Attorney General felt himself can lay the documents in the house. So I will stop there for now. The colleagues then
I think say we get to put a lot of things in context why the tension high. Una for recall saying this same parliament passed the state of emergency law. Okay. And then promise we say they will bring regulations within 2 weeks. Regulations not until after 1 month. I mean after almost 1 year. Before the regulations then come with the state of emergency they expire. That context important why the opposition suspicious of which they go. So any violation of process or procedure, the way the leader of the opposition don't state matter. The standing order very clear. Standing order 43B, that's 43A. In the case of any emergency of which notice is given to Mr. Speaker by the President, a meeting may be summoned on such notice as Mr. Speaker may determine in consultation with the majority and minority party leaders of the House. Very clear. We're not getting no notice. That's what we see on our social media. No consultation. This na bulldozing of processes is not correct. This not for today. In the future, all them violations, you have somebody they do them. Another leader they can one day, they make state of emergency. They not bring regulation. You say, wait to do them, they not do them before. Same thing with this. Another leader go after 1 year, he say, I want to do census. Damn the process. Now the opposition remind government say, you know they do census without parliament. Remember the census was announced in July, not so. How many months this? Not almost 10. Why it happened? Because the opposition raised alarm, say, hey, una don't violate procedure. If you don't violate procedure 10 months, the best you can do is to consult. But the speaker they at fault also. If the leader of the opposition don't raise procedural matter, not try for bulldoze because you know the context. Call the leadership out, stand parliament down, and that's what we used to do to resolve issues. But if you get that attitude, say everything for bulldoze, people for just comply, it is wrong. It is not for today. Every bad precedent will be used in the future by a bad leader. This was wrong. Second, even with all this done be, how can you deny the opposition the right to speak? How can you do that? Honestly, I'm not so. How can you deny the leader of the opposition? Mr. Be the wait for take the floor. How can you do that? Is this a democracy? This is why we say the democracy is a threat. Really now, you're forcing through a census. This same census, where the previous one, some of we will be raised concerned then Then give we full assurance, the consultant, the way all country 2015, say it was legit. This is how it was done. When you begin to force things through parliament, and not to one, it accumulated, it cause tension unnecessarily. Other issues then they on floor way, all man know say yes, the opposition concerned with. Reform of the local government. We don't show the flaws, the lack of proper consultations, cybercrime day. This is for concern now. That was smuggled in today. If not to have been this disruption, it would have been late today and gone. Yeah? These are things smuggled in, not correct. People, they tell we, they hear the feedback. Oh, now we're in governance. But hey, somebody will be in governance in 20 years. That's why procedures must be followed properly. Debate must be had. To force things through down the throats of MPs is not correct. We are not for violence. We will never support violence. We also believe procedures must be followed. I think it was incumbent on the Speaker to listen to the opposition on this matter, because we've been complaining for a long time. That's the least he could have done. That's the least. He could have stood down Parliament to say, okay, let's go and meet. We've done it before, several times, with tension day. I think the whole process was wrong, what happened today. Force will not solve our problems. It will just lay bad precedents, and I assure you, the young people, somebody will use these bad procedures one day against you. So that's what I would say. The technical issues have been explained already by the leader of the opposition.
Before he comes in, I just wanted to add something else. Thank you, Doc. One thing also that is very clear in the Statistics Act, that council, there are two key people who are members of that council. One of them happens to be your president, the president of SLAG. He is a member, so you must ask him questions. What procedures have they followed? Why are they at this point? Whether he has been consulted. Because he's there representing you. He should be coming back to SLAG to explain. The UNDP is also a member. So the UNDP, some of us will be engaging them. We want to know what their take is. What role did they play? Were they part of the council that met? Were they part of the decisions? This is something I wanted to bring to the public.
Very undemocratic, because in democratic society, I believe, say dialogue, negotiations are one thing and the way democracy teaches to. If we get indifferences, we talk to ourselves so that we'll be able to understand ourselves and then we move on. This issue about the laying of paper, first of all, there was a proclamation where give power to census, to statistics for let them start the process of cartographic mapping. And now then they bring another proclamation now because the leader of the opposition will not raise and say the process is illegal. Now then they lay up today. Several questions they were supposed to be asked. But because of this disruption, we were able to ask them questions indeed. Because if that's not the case, then they just delay the paper now. Then what will happen to the fundings where they don't spend before? We will declare them fundings and they say they're illegal or they're legal. Because if they're now on the table, then that's not one. And then these questions them way the opposition leader don't ask. For me, in my opinion, outside democracy, they at right play, the speaker for don't stand down the parliament. For me, squarely, I will responsible the speaker of pointing all transfer now today. They don't do leadership. They don't do justice to the opposition party members. Because even for don't just stand down parliament, they engage with the leadership. Waiting at the indifferences where they get the clean them up, and then we come back to the chamber. This not the first time, it don't happen before, and this also not going to be the last time. But waiting amazed me more than the presence, the heavy presence of the police force into this place. It just appears like say the police and pass even the members of parliament in the process of law, which also did not tell well on the democracy in this country. Very, very bad, and then not a good example. Just in these 5 years, we don't get the same thing, we don't have until this at the second time. We need to let the public know say this is very unfair, and waiting a call procedure has to be followed. We from our side of the party, we believe in nation first. And nation first, the best interest of the nation have to follow the rule of law, 9 democracy act. If we miss that step, definitely we will make bad precedent for the future. And then things and the way they happen, so it will be something where other government come back to know, say, we build up for let's say do something. So what will be able to tell them? If we vote out the party we've been there before because of when things and they use a kind of more than waiting them done. So it's not the need for the change. There was no need. But the change it became as a result of them procedural breaches. So now if we want to say counter they do worse things more than this, what is the essence of the change? So what happened here today definitely was very undemocratic, very, very unacceptable, not correct. I believe say the leadership of parliament need to sit down together, let them look into this issue. Because even the laying of the paper, they're not done in the proper manner. You look at the security presence, then the guide, the maze, and so on and so forth. This is not how it used to be. This thing is to be used for happen in a very peaceful atmosphere in the chamber of parliament. The difficult situations we get, the state of emergency, it was also contentious more than this one. But we'll be able to sail through because negotiations, dialogue will take place. So what's the difference of this one? This one no difference. Speaker just beneath for step down, stand down parliament, engage the leadership, and then we move on. But that was not done. The end result of this chaotic situation today. Yeah. So we want to let the people they know because we they represent the people. And we they represent people, waiting people they want to always to get for you. And this then they call democracy. We want to let the people they know say waiting transpire today, we not let them, but it is beyond our control. So I think say we want to let them get that as well as the goal.
Okay.
Well, of course, my people, as we all don't see the video of the incident we happened today, now Bintu money we them go use for Sidon for pass the law where then people are not even notice where the people of Sierra Leone find one either the members of parliament. Of course, my people, me and you don't see this information be the room about, but I think we get a procedure. When you want pass the laws there, we get members of parliament, them people where we vote for, we represent we. But according to the information we get, this particular thing where the people want to go to the law, where they want to go pass today, they fail for even consult or inform the members of parliament them. They want bail them na their aid. They not inform them. You call people and say, "Don't go sit down for do something." Una not tell the people them waiting una they go sit down for until the people they don't come na the room na the time they can pull paper say na this law we they can pass and this law na pauper. Okay, me people them. Hey God, they got this country. Well, of course, we not get for doubt on this way they go on inside we had. I can always they talk this Naya say, if we get a government very responsible, if we get a speaker of the house very responsible, but how you expect the speaker for be responsible Naya, me people them, where it be say the speaker enter inside the wall of parliament illegally, me people them, it not can they by law, it can they by pauper. So in any kind of situation where come inside, it they try for secure in job, it they try for back the government we put on the when Abbas Bundu. This Abbas Bundu, if you watch or you check or you read in biography, if now white clothes, if even he put white text panam, it know they ever clean again. Because the stain where this Abbas Bundu don't get now this particular country na Mama Salon. Now the number one person in this, now one of the people in this me Fambule where they watch me. We don't put sweep and waiting with them pass today. If I can draw small, this man we be go England. We know they ask for visa. Now them man, now this now one of the man will cause this problem for we. They sell salon passport. Say other foreigner they take their passport and they take then they go cause trouble in the name of salon. They like it today. Madam, you go bring this man back. Can't impose this man and people them. Put on people and say now if for be the speaker of your house. Waiting happen because and no say now the kind person this way criminal for go cover yanda where himself they succeed. So I always tell you say this government, the way how this government not responsible, me people them now so they get people them we not responsible. Now we come now the other side, me people them. This is not the second time where this pauper government, they bring police officers them. When I can call them Kamajo talks them. Because any decent officer, when you say officer, na somebody very decent. When you say police, now people are there for guide life and property. Now that then they for secure. But when then why are they behave this kind of way where they behave, me not can call them police. I can call them the SLPP dog Kamajos them. For any small thing where happen, what in this government they do, then they take police, bring them, they can't wait. When I look what thing don't happen today. People they fight for them rights. People they do waiting, people they vote them in for go represent them in the well of parliament. Then people they go call police officers them for can put pepper spray for them for their own rights, for make them not able to talk for where they out there, we send them in. But this short thing where happen now, Lixi Krito now, me people them, this not a government where they cower the leaders them, where they before this government they cower. This small thing where happen so the information when I get, me camera able to cover today, even the caretaker Usa Isidom in panic. Waiting he do, he call for enforcement. Now soldier they be there around them today. Let you see the level of cowardness where them people they are there. Make una see the level of testilo, where them people are can testilo, they can just push for go test something. If they allow them, they enter Paris. But hey, let me tell you, you where they watch me. This not the time for stand. This not the time for the bear who MPs them. If me and you not grab for stand against this nonsense where this government they put Paris, make we prepare for the worst. If we look this government, they do certain things that we're not get for born. Fine picking for me and you, and we pick you on born tomorrow. Me and you sit down in the name of waiting, afraid and panic. No problem. First, tell you say police they go attack you when you protest. Won't lie be lie. Now when they see small number. People don't call for protest now, yeah. Not to go fetch nobody, not to go stone nobody. We call them peaceful protest because of the bad things them where they happen. We the salon people they sit down and we host them where they say, if now well, because this not reach Soviet, I know they go. Who side this thing they be so? No problem. Let we take them back. Waiting me don't happen at this country in 1991. Trust me, my people them now the side caretaker build the take we so bad. And this caretaker bill, the Ali Kabas them waiting and they enjoy salon money back. Now the people in this way they had them been dirty during the war will get na salon. Now the people in this way they had them been dirty during the things them will face in na salon. Where it be said today. Today, we get people where they can suffer. We get handicapped them. We get footy. We get people where they can suffer. Me people them. So if me and you sit in this country, we see them things there they happen. We not stand as citizens. They will not come on a treat for make the international world CCS we see us or we they feel pain or we not support this way they go on. Now me and you get for suffer tomorrow. So the worst of it, that member of parliament where they under, you don't get out. Well, anything happen, maybe you will escape here in family. But me and you not get side for go. So if we not stand for waiting, this government they lead me to show. It go be problem. Who shall we come out? 1991 to the date where God say this for them. If we allow caretaker bill in supporters them where he put before the likes of the Abbas Bundu, the most dirty politician inside we are now one of them. When the Abbas Bundu, I tell you, if Abbas Bundu are white, they don't get stain. You put any kind of white text in all they ever accommodate. So this they go for me and you, where they call themselves saying now we they suffer. If we all not look waiting the happen, so we grab as a team, we work with one mind, we come up for them people that made them no say because the members of parliament they small for this fate for you. Now we and them for fed this fate. So if me and you relax, well now in that. Maybe what I can say, I see more the shake.
Sarah Jem, I forget this guy in name. I do one mathematics one day for we. It say 1961 plus 1961 plus 1991 plus 2021 divided by 3 is equals to 1991. You know what that mean? I dey laugh, but it's not funny. You know what I mean? 1961, the time we get independent. 1991, the time where the first gunshot fire. 2021, 21. The tell where the rubbish here so they happen. Divide our all by 3 is equals to 1991. You know what that mean back, eh? Let's pray to God. Let we not ever go back to that situation there. We really need for pray. We really need for pray. Okay. Now you don't take some things then. You know, let we begin go into this particular thing. I want to thank you to Kande Yunkela because he talks something very sensible. It's not for today or then kind of thing there, so then kind of bad precedent here, not for today. Now for tomorrow, we'll go get badly that way wicked past this. We go get for use all that and the way one talk, he say, but then we don't do anything and they wait to happen. Then we don't do and wait to happen. Hey, posterity go tell on we they set bad example for we picking them. Bad example. But right now we party, now me uncle and me auntie. We not care, we enjoy, now we them, we for do anything we want. Hey, it tell we say, power not the last forever. If today, I like now after 20 years, you must come out where you come remember saying other person they candy back. And when other person they candy back, remember how waiting they happen. Then they give you back that balodi. So, what you know once, that pain where you know once, let them put by you so foot. Not put up by other person. Then say, kakto man, not the kick pepper blayo. You know what I mean, eh? You eat in a glass house, not for toast, no. Hey, whoa. We don't talk out, boku one. Now for the term where then thing there so will begin for happen back in the future, let them not say nobody not be able for talk am. Now let's look at this other one. Inside this thing, it's also all this problem begin. Now simple thing. For ask the speaker say, stand this session down and let's discuss about this thing because we're not well informed about waiting to happen. Then tell me, I can't read this particular public notice where they send out. Let us see something, yeah? Waiting day inside day and waiting na camp for put, not only this, emergency meeting. Then you can lay public, how you call them, cyber crime. You can lay the census and other things then. Come on, not all this. Stand and download discuss. We plan to do them, load discuss, and then later we'll continue. Then say no. Why no? Anyway, so the question we may ask now, who that they do, who that's not this case? They don't tell where them parliamentarians they dance to the same drum inside that parliament. They waiting make now, they don't decide for change and say they want to stand for the reality. Anyway, let's continue waiting and see. Then they blame the speaker because it's very simple. Stand the session down, and then we move, and then we continue with the whole thing. Like, this thing not for be reached to this kind of drama, where then go to so. But, let you this thing. The speaker insists they can talk something. A long, small, if you listen to the end, you will know exactly what thing they happen. Then get what thing and call, how you call a presidential proclamation. When a statement where the president they make for like support a particular thing, you know, now like anything we do na a policy, now like a law, yeah, na a state something, na small document where they make so and send and go. You understand, eh? Now this particular thing, not only first and this way, not all just not they make out. I think they don't make out from the 5 or the 10. Parliament no summon this emergency meeting until Friday. Remember how they all be don't go recess. Okay? So when you give post emergency meeting, you make like a no in case somebody don't go out of the tongue or other side. So even the caretaker, they don't do this thing long time, they don't pass on to the parliamentary leadership. Then sit down param. Then sit down until last minute. Then they yagba and hide waiting and get for hide. Because they know if they send on that same day, people for them ask question. Okay, let me listen first before I go into this. Listen to Abbas Bundu, the speaker. Listen to them very, very, very careful. And then you see all the things then when inside self they come and confess. In this beginning, it will start for defend. But if you listen them, you go listen to date them. And then you will see say the problem, yes, indeed, a day to the leadership of parliament. Yeah? Let me just listen to Ram waiting he been get for say, and then we come back just now.
Let me start by saying very loudly and clearly that voting happened today at the well of the House, the most unfortunate. The most unfortunate because the behavior of some members of Parliament not compatible with the dignity and the honor and integrity of being a member of Parliament. Their behavior can only be described as thoroughly dishonorable. We're a house where they make laws. And therefore, now we first duty as members of Parliament, now for obey the law. Because now we're responsible. Out of the three arms of government, we take the primary responsibility for making laws of the land. We, the lawmakers, therefore, cannot be seen by the public to be behaving in a manner contrary to the law itself. So let me say on behalf of the entire institution of Parliament that I regret what the public see don't happen in Parliament this morning. It's indefensible, it's unwarranted, totally unnecessary, and a complete affront to the dignity and honor of Parliament. Now, make I explain to Una very briefly what is the procedure for reconvening Parliament today. The last time we Parliament will sit, then we adjourn, sine die. For reconvene a Parliament we don't adjourn, sine die, the procedure we clearly laid out in SO4. It requires consultations between me, the clerk, and the leader of government business, the leader of the opposition, for reconvene the Parliament day. Why? Because when you adjourn sine die, you give members them an opportunity for travel. Some they go to their constituencies, some even they go out of the country for go attend to private matters. So it's necessary for give them notice. So once you don't adjourn that way there, for let Parliament come back and meet, they require 21 days notice. I want this to be very clear to everybody in the country. 21 days notice. That is if not me, as Speaker, reconvene and adjourn the Parliament. We don't, as I say, adjourn sine die. But this particular reconvening today, not to me as Speaker, reconvene Parliament. Therefore, that SO day where the Honorable Leader of the Opposition been the site as his own authority is not applicable at all. It's not applicable at all in this particular instance. Because not to me summon Parliament for sit today. Naturally, una go want to know who that then summon this sitting of Parliament. And I go tell them. Now, His Excellency the President, now him by order summon this sitting of Parliament. Will side president get the authority for do that? You not get them under the SO's standing orders of Parliament, where in fact na subsidiary, subordinate legislation. I wonder when I understand this. Never mind when they hear with the quote SO this, SO that. Now, a body of laws, but then subordinate to the constitution of the land. The constitution is the supreme law of the land. No law, no they supersede what the constitution says. Any law will contradict or contravene what the constitution says, that law they not they stand in null and void. I'm sure we all understand that. Now there is a provision in the constitution, very clear, in language very simple. It vests power in the president at any time. And I want the emphasis on that phrase. The power of the president, which get under section 86(1) of the Constitution, Act number 6 of 1991. They give the president the power at any time for summon a meeting of Parliament. And at that the president do. And it is within his constitutional competence for doing. Where is leader summon day? Authorize the clerk for immediately convene a sitting of Parliament, for let Parliament reconvene. Unlike SO4, we require 21 days notice, section 86(1) of the Constitution not require the same notice at all. Otherwise, we'll not give meaning to the phrase at any time. Make a read them so it will become clear. 86(1), when are the pertinent provision for now, reads, the president may at any time summon a meeting of Parliament. Language very simple, very clear. Say for even give notice. But we know, since parliamentarians may not take an adjournment, I therefore authorize the Clerk of Parliament for give notice. And if you don't give that notice, this is last week. When was it? Friday. For inform them, say, we get a meeting of Parliament today, Monday, the 19th of April. And ask let all man come. So, voting the leader of the opposition, a man way I get the great respect for. But in this particular instance, I'm sorry to say, he tried for misleading self, misleading party, and mislead Parliament. Because he dwell on SO4, and it's this reconvening of Parliament will not come about under SO4. It come about under a section of the Constitution, section 86(1) of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, we give the President of the Republic the power at any time for summon a meeting of Parliament. I hope so I don't clarify this, because otherwise people they will go with the mistaken impression, say, oh, now impose. We try for impose this sitting on members of Parliament. And the president, it went by way of a proclamation. And like I read to Una, put in the proclamation, say, in exercise of the powers conferred upon him by subsection 1 of section 86 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991, Act number 6 of 1991, the President hereby makes the following proclamation. 1. Parliament is summoned on the 19th day of April 2021 at 10 o'clock in the forenoon, made this 5th day of April 2021. So as I've been saying, the Parliament, the Constitution, give the President of the Republic the power to summon a meeting of Parliament at any time, especially when there is a matter of national importance, which we want for the Parliament can consider. And in this particular case, if we want, let a minister can lay a paper on the table of Parliament we get for do with the census. And again, in case we are the wonder, who side the president get the power for summon a census? Yes, he get the power. There is the Census Act 2002, Section 2, give the president the power for direct let and rule a census of the population of Sierra Leone. Now, once you don't do that one day, that other day, by statutory instrument we do them, therefore bring them kind of Parliament and lay them on the table of Parliament. Now make a progress, tell Una. Say we don't lay today that instrument day, that order day where the president don't make. It's now laid on the table of Parliament. Now that the members of the opposition, when they try for resist, let it not happen. Why? Me not go able to talk for them. I don't know what is their motive. But it's very interesting that power day, a day inside the Census Act of 2002. And not the first time this so the government of Sierra Leone don't call for a census. I believe say 2004, let me call for a census.
Well, of course, me people and the impose Speaker of the House just don't come talk to we waiting in things say if or be or waiting in things say another issue. But it mentions some things them say the way how the members of Parliament them, especially the opposition, behave today, compatible. The word compatible, Mr. Speaker of the House, the way say for them force you for putting that Parliament is compatible. Now that you need to ask yourself. We all know say we get a sign of the Constitution, who side the president or the caretaker get right for call for a census inside the country. We all know that one day. But the question here is, waiting at the motive and the way how the opposition, the member of Parliament, and we the people of Sierra Leone see una they prepare for corrupt this country. Una make we all don't know the motive of the census we call for. If who say una come, everybody see what una they do. There is nothing like hidden agenda for come 2023. Nobody know they grumble for this census. Of course, we all know say we got a section where the president and the caretaker get the rights for call for census. But it depends on the genuine way how you want to do them. It depends on the way you want to do them for help the country. Not in the way where you go and do them for muzzle things them tomorrow. Not in the way where you go and can't do them for can miscount or for can begin count ghost them tomorrow when people can't vote, it can begin give number we not call for. All of this gets for do it. Then people are no one grab na that seat. Then people are no one grab at this thief. Then people are no one grab at this intimidation. Then people are no one grab at this molestation. Whether they molest with the people, of course, and the government is will not ever take we for granted. They not even think say now we vote for them. And that then they do for then any day that they do things them were not favorable with we. So for that, the members of parliament them, not to say they don't know Mr. Speaker, they not say caretaker get the right for call for census. But what's not the motive of the census, me people them? We not help for acts this imposed and corrupt Speaker of the House. And it did answer his statement. If you able listen, keenly waiting this man can talk, he really even tie himself. He can't confess like when they say which man want die. And he can't prove which. You know, one thing we I always tell una me people them, una may we continue for believe God. Then why we hack them, they catch them. And I swear, whether they check, we don't swear, say let the country be static. Where caretaker, we don't take the country so now they so and we static, we don't move no side. They swear, when Fatima Bio come and swear, say for anybody when not get good intention for this country when I'm Mama Saloon, may God disgrace him. It did not disgrace them people they disgrace so. Waiting at the Yaba for this midterm census. One are they run go into money. Waiting at the Yaba. Now you they bring the book because we know say this particular government when they want box up, the people that were not able to read and understand that they begin go inside the law. Now so the book say, now so not to waiting the book say. We know waiting the book say, but waiting on that intention. That's now we will concern I am. Over to you, my brother.
Okay. I've been promised say I want for make you see the emergency how you call them notice where they engage. This not the notice, not the screen. Yeah. Office of the Clerk of Parliament. Okay, this then Duam on Friday. Basically, this is time for talk about the waiting them and say like and quick Office of the Clerk of the Parliament announced for the information of honourable members of Parliament that pursuant of section 86(1) of Act number 6 of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone, that His Excellency Dr. Julius Maada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, has convened an emergency sitting of Parliament on Monday, 19th April 2021 in the Freetown International Conference Center, Bentumani Abade, in 10 a.m. prompt. However, members of Parliament are informed accordingly and encouraged to attend and on time. Honorable members, the second relocation of the venue of parliamentary sitting in the present Parliament Assembly is due to the ongoing renovation and rehabilitation works that are currently taking place in the Principal of Parliament. Members, honorable members of Parliament, however, so this now the notice where they send. So if you watch inside this notice here, nothing no we talk about waiting and they go discuss here. And if you listen to this, Dr. Kande Yumkela and Cherry Coco, tell we say na social media then see, according to them, I don't know how true that be, na social media then see. So if na social media then see like how FC and so, it means say you not get any information concerning waiting they sitting there about. All we know now the caretaker call meeting emergency sitting, period. Okay, let's go back to what Abbas Bundu say. Before I can now inside the constitution. They say we regret for make the public see waiting happen. Yes, they get for regret because this not a waiting them be one for let happen. Waiting have been the idea now for let them do this particular thing. Then at the end of the day, as usual, they walk out of parliament. The opposition for walk out of parliament quietly and then go ahead with what they want for go ahead with. So when the opposition this time around not take walkout for as option, then take the map triangle one as option, it regrets because not to be the plan that one day. So now the reason that way make it say it regrets. I give them your interpretation. Yeah, life sweet. So all the time when they say parliament I walk out, all the time they say parliament. Well, we don't begin see wetin dey happen at the other country. Them don't begin happen now inside we at. Now we parliamentarian they all train as boxer. Kickboxer them. They know they take waiting again. No, they all the box. Opposition, no ruling party, no, all the box. They all the inside Shaolin Temple, right? So Kung Fu. I wonder no more now. Why not see nobody pull botupa in company? No, I not see nobody gig in company bonto. So now fake themselves. Because they say let people and give them company in bonto. Anyway, as I say, now workout now in this speaker and in Kabal been feel say it happen. But when it turned out this way, it really shocked them. And it regrets the action we didn't take for let it happen this kind of way. Okay? Now, let me continue. If you listen, I've been telling you just not say you listen to the speaker. According to the proclamation of the caretaker, where they read today, the 19th April, the caretaker been done with them and don't sign them and send them from the 5th of April. Let's look inside the Constitution. What in the Constitution say concerning this particular thing, yeah? Hey, sir. We had no place, man. We had no place, oh, my brother. Please, una just patient. Take una inside the Constitution quick, yeah? And while you see something inside this particular Constitution, then let you begin to say, yes, na in this or not in this. Come. Constitution, come, I beg. Yes, the Constitution don't come. Okay, let me come for you. Find one now, let you see them. Please, now give me some seconds, yeah? I just want to let you see exactly waiting at the read. Let person not say, by SMBP and you word than you put to. Good. Now, this is not the Constitution. We already don't highlight them, okay? Watch them. Now, let me read them for you now. 86, page, inside the 1991 Constitution, part 2, in page 42, sorry, where they talk about summoning prorogations and dissolutions. Now, let me go down to 86. Yeah, section 86, subsection 1. Let's read exactly what it say. It say, the president may at any time summon a meeting of parliament. Yes, which nine then do? Somebody say no. Nobody knows so. If you listen to Yumkela and you listen to Cherry Coco, then say they're against that. Nobody not talk that one day. Let's continue for read something. Who sign on a point? Subsection 2. Then say, notwithstanding the provision of section 1. Listen to this and listen very carefully. Maybe you get your interpretation. It say, at least 20% of all the members of parliament may request a meeting of parliament and the speaker shall, within 14 days after the receipt of that request, summon a meeting of parliament. Well, you get your interpretation, eh? Let's continue for see something here. Yeah? Subsection 3. Subject to the provision of subsection 1 and of section 29 and 84 of this Constitution, sitting of parliament in any session after the commencement of that session shall be held at such time and on such days as parliament shall appoint. Okay, so if you watch this particular one, because in parliament, the caretaker now member of parliament. You understand? Now the reason this we make any time when they say state opening of parliament or when caretaker they go na parliament, na in they assume the seat of the speaker. You understand? Na in the sidom, outside the speaker the sidom, because himself na member of parliament. So, if you watch the maths, the caretaker be don't do your own part. Abbas Bundu read for we the proclamation from the 5th of April to the 19th, now 2 weeks. 2 complete working weeks. You understand? When you say Monday to Friday, na complete working week that one day. You understand? So it do complete. On the own side, it been cool. So why the speaker, the clerk of parliament, and the leader of government business hold on to this information until last minute on the Friday, even 10, now in the release this. According to the leader of government business, he say he do this thing and he circulate them to all the member of parliament them through in phone, WhatsApp. In a normal sense, sometimes they say when messaging can come bokuan, so message come, you know the knows one for go, who's one important, who's one not important. You understand? So sometimes they can just tire for pick the phone or for go inside your WhatsApp. You understand what I try for talk? So normal procedure, yeah, you for make sure say you put this particular copy na the pigeonhole them, and then I think say what you supposed for do now you get parliamentary waiting the commission now a whole office, then they make a call. Totally remember them telling say emergency meeting there, but okay, the message don't reach. They no say emergency meeting there, but waiting at the details of the meeting. You see what they say? Abbas Bundu say they release them on the Friday, and the caretaker don't sign them, and they don't write them down from the 5th day of April 2021. So now tell me, who that you go blame in this? The caretaker? Or Abbas Bundu and the clerk of parliament and the leader of government business? Who that you go blame in all of this? If the caretaker be don't sign up from the 5th. A guy writes, the caretaker writes for someone a meeting. Now he writes for call census. But he get for go through the through procedure. He get for go through the right channel for make sure say then thing that has to happen. Now, let me see something. Then we don't do census here. Be inside 2004. Then do one inside 2015. 2004 to 2015, now almost here around there. But 10 years. So, from 2015 to 2021, now almost years down there. Approximately, now 5 to 6 years. You understand, eh? So, now I make them call a midterm. But this not only at the point now. Whenever you want to do something, I think you need to go through the right channel. Now, from 10 months ago, they don't talk about this census. They don't put all things in place. They don't put first date in December. They not ever go to parliament. All time no more. Then they discuss them behind their own channel, discuss them to themselves behind closed door. But they don't ever go to parliament. And as by law, now parliament supposed to approve all of the things there. Now, because of the delay for make the parliament aware of this, now the main reason this way make the leader of the opposition be the try for talk say this sitting not correct. They're not supposed to do them. Because not a thing like this never call emergency for. And not today. Let me tell you this thing. You call emergency for thing way in real sense na emergency thing. You understand what I mean? Now, like for example, the outbreak. Any outbreak we just come. They say, hey, this is be control na emergency. Then can summon emergency meeting. But this thing was well planned. From 2020. Then we don't give we date for say the 4th of December. They no go parliament. So not to emergency thing na it was planned. So their own idea, they not be one for go parliament or waiting. Because now the reason this way make them rush with them this last minute. And mark you, they suppose for we don't begin the census counting today. So because they pull how they call them letter, I think now the same Friday they pull the census waiting for postpone them. So you see the reggae inside the business, eh? Something there where they no want for make clear. Something there where they no want for explain. But talk and go, talk and come. Now game play inside this. Now big dance inside Tides Pala. You understand, eh? So that workout where they be one for let happen, it not happen. Of course, we get for regret the action will happen. Brother, I will let you inside small. And by the way, by the way, anyhow it be now, then don't lay am to themselves, they don't lay am. You see how they make read the proclamation? The clerk of parliament, map public one. Okay, the last say it's map when the confusion they go on. And read the proclamation. And then don't agree say to themselves say, then don't learn. But as per law, they don't learn. Because the mess suppose for them at the table, yeah, and then they put the documents at the table, and then they all agree, say yes, they don't agree, and then it wait for deliberation. But as it is, what we see so, none of that and they not go on. But to them, now then they na power, then say, then don't lay the census waiting na parliament. And yes, they don't lay them. So waiting now they get for do in 14 days or so, then get for wait for deliberation. So I think say now, after when the second session they open, when they open parliament again, okay, then we will get for see them begin look into some of them things then they. But I'll tell you something, in May, next month, then they open parliament. Yeah? You get for your back waiting the caretaker get for go talk. The boko things they don't do. So let's put we years together, we will get for relay that back live and see what thing they happen. And before me board that kind side, and if any serious debate go get for day, tomorrow morning at 98.2, I will get for relay and for you live one for let you see waiting they happen with regards this debate. Yeah, my brother.
Well, my people, really, all of this just they make we know say we really get for stand up. We really get for know waiting we they do. Oh yes, now we been say yes because they come and promise we change. But being that the change, we have not been do what we call for ask say who's change and the direction. Yeah, not to blame game again. The only thing we need for stand up. And then when you push people, you reach now the wall, you turn so you not get side for go, you turn so you not get side for go. The next thing now bounce, you the bounce. And we not go out for see waiting happen today. Of course, let me tell you now the secret, not just the smoke. Everybody, including me and you, where they suffer, don't tire of the things them where they go on. And one thing I know about this country, when we born, when we men, we sabi set smart, but we say we talk for real. And we say we stand for real. Na so Salomon day. So if this government don't take power, from what they take power, what we expect them for do, they know they do, what they been cried the former regime down for, none of them things they are, they know they do them, they know they even measure. We know they see no similarity. The only thing we they receive now sufferness, intimidation, brutalization, everything when are bad. Now we they receive plus promise and launching them. We know they see tail, we know they see
tail. Then I can't take a mentor. Are you Ugandan president? Museveni.
Now Mr. 20-something years in the house.
35 years, he didn't have power.
35.
All thing, all so that totalitarianism.
I think say, now that one day caretaker, now that one day inside caretaker right now where if you say no, make a dues alone people and this kind of so that they feel they not talk, and they wear and by them, I go sit down as much as I can before I grab another seat. If now the plan this way caretaker gets, who you where they watch me, so you where they can course and support her, go tell them say, Eli, then they know they work na mama salon. And for say this caretaker and in badge, then they take we from USA we come out again. For take we to USA we come out in 1991. In all the work. Then tell them the world be munku, no social media, no smartphone. Now the tender way we the one make call, we dey go to line na phone booth.
Na slet.
You know? So we don't come on the other side. Phone when our phone safe today, then they make iPhone 7. Now we dey chase iPhone 13 for tell you say the world no dey usai ide again. Nobody know they civilized, nobody na ya. Usai you dey see don't make that plan. Now they you secrets they come out back. So caretaker, step up your game small. We need changes if possible. But if you know say the mantle what we give you as a caretaker, you're not able to. Before you reverse this country, like where they can reverse and so like motokawe lost break na ill. And over the portfolio back. Or just lost 1 grade they go. Lost 1 grade no more.
You get mind though, like where power sweet so.
You know,
money
but all about same listen. All we take caretaker they do don't come back to waiting. Dr. Samura Kamara been talk during the 2018 presidential debate. He tell we say somebody when don't know how for rule a country, when they talk certain things them for satisfy the crowd, it just they feel pain. Somebody when don't know how for manage an economy, when they talk about misusing economy against somebody, it just they feel frustrated. And in don't work with caretaker bill during the NPRC, we forcefully caretaker bill canton caretaker. From there, it loots the country it go. We will feel say it don't change. We will say caretaker bill. They can repent and say sorry to the people them. Now the time it come and do the worst. And it make sure this time around where it come, it count the wolf them where they own the tough person self. Grab the chief minister them, the district them. This gone to soldier the way they over under where some of them don't they overseas for decades. They're not able to get nothing where they do home. Caretaker bill count all them talks the looters there for can loot this country. They do so. But Unago really no say it don't do so when the date come. When at 2023. No more I they talk to with the people of Sierra Leone, do ya make we wake up. If we not wake up, we continue for sleep. We prepare for the worst. Okay, so Awalo will take this short break and ask yourself a question. Osai where they go? Because we country, it's Alex say the it's now. But before we can, plenty people in the watch the show, please. By the time we turn back, short one. We want for lady like on our YouTube, though pass 150, we get 95. So if you watch right now and you just join me, please make sure say you hit for the like button. If you're new to this channel, one for say welcome, hope you go enjoy you stay na this channel. Also we get things them where we pull all them under the carpet and bring it come to you for let you be the judge. Because we know they assume. Waiting we see, waiting we hear, and waiting we observe. Now we talk. Back up with plenty video them. We know they pa and so then say. Then they tell we say na so that waiting we hear from the mouth now they say. We just tell you back waiting and tell we. So then tell we waiting and tell you. Yeah, now I know more different. So we take this. Thank you very much. You don't reach 100. We dey expect for like reach 150 by the time we play this short music and then we come back just now. And Facebook, when I thank you, we dey right now 167 reaction. Please, by the time we come back, let we don't reach 200 reaction. We get 220 we watch right now. While here we get 267. Okay, let me see. Open challenge between Facebook and YouTube. When they come back just now.
Wherever you dey, mama, make you pray for me. Because we don't tire, we don't tire for this oppression. That's why we dey ask for solution. Police they kill us, government they burn us, no be lion. Now what thing we go do? Nothing we dey do. Cause if we not stand up, nothing for tomorrow. What thing we go tell our pikin? Say we no fight, go. for our rights. Mama, 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 mama. Why God they kill us all? I beg now what we do. Wetin we do. Just because we dey ask for wetin they supposed to do before. Hey, hey, hey. Because we stand for our rights. They want to have our life. Let's keep the fire burning until we see the morning. Mama, pray for us that we may never give up. My voice now waiting I get, now waiting they make me they sing. Mama, pray for me. Mama, 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 mama. Hey, hey, hey.
Well, of course, me people really watch with this now your program, this now your channel, this now your family house. We had, of course, we dey try for do waiting we supposed for do. We go make una self get the information out there. But the only thing we you self get for do for we, now for hit the like button. For make yourself know say you really appreciate we effort and everything inside the family house. We do with you.
Thank you very much. You Facebook will see 74 don't share. Thank you very much. God bless you. YouTube self plenty people don't share. We tell you plenty. Thank you. God bless you. Facebook the likes don't go. The reaction don't go 181. Thank you very much. Why YouTube it don't go 110. Thank you very much. And for YouTube we get one person we don't say no like we program. God bless you. We hope you go enjoy the show the other day. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, let's just listen this one quick because then share the proclamation. Yeah, then share na parliament. Let we hear waiting the I think the clerk. Yeah.
As an administrator, I want to tell you now say what we had today was premeditated. The APC planned it and they executed it. Okay? Just before we sit today, the leader of the opposition called Mr. Speaker and told Mr. Speaker clearly, say, Mr. Speaker, if you enter the well today, they cheer you down. And the Honorable Latif also spoke in that particular discussion. At first we felt it be a joke. Not until we enter the well. Now we see say the threat with the issue, they really be me now. And waiting embarrassing pass all. Now when you as leader, we for take control of your men, now you lead for perpetrate violence against the seat of the speakership. The Honorable Chairman Majuba, now he jumped at the stage and called everybody. Then jump at the stage, then calm the assault speaker, and then take this proclamation signed by HE, the president, then chair him. Then chair him. For show how lawless they are being. For tell you say, this is a well orchestrated action for make sure say, then disturb the peace of the state. And use can be a witness that a proclamation signed by HE the president for be treated with the respect where the office deserves. If you as a member of parliament rush can grab a proclamation and chair may not go talk about that because that is another issue altogether. But that demonstrates the kind of lawlessness we don't be in the APC as a party.
No, there's no crime.
I'm not in place to tell you what will happen. That is for the state. That is for the state.
Well, of course, me people have na happen kuskas happen say the document head of chair. But I can't tell you no more. When you dress devil too much, you fearful, the picking whether they can peep for what's inside. As I tell you now, when you push somebody, you push them each na the wall. You not get inside for go. But now you they see we call it the bell at them. then they talk, then they press for make the caretaker get something for do. But I don't know, but this an official caretaker get fuck all for do. We had not one person get time, not belong to one person. It do so. The question that the start we say corruption. A good or a bad, a rich or a poor. It do so. We don't tire. And people don't tire. Even the diamond is a for that don't tire. When I not go blow, then do now. Anyway, me people so far so good. We tell you plenty thank you for waiting. Una take una time and watch the program. I don't know if my brother they watch me. I don't know if you get something for say because I will wrap up me outside or make I take me exit.
Okay, just small thing I want for say with regards this disciplinary action because if you listen to the clerk of parliament, he say he left to the states for take action. You know, basically, we then check that particular proclamation. They again effects, yeah. But I don't know no more now. We dey wait for see. I go just left and that area. They will wait for see what thing will get for happen. Whether they go take action against the opposition leader, or if camera pick at all, they already check if they go for take action against them. But we wait for see what thing will be the outcome of everything, yeah. But in the meantime, they don't let it in a parliament. That not mean say they say the census they right to. Then just don't lay them. It left now deliberation for let them go and debate them and then finally say, okay, we don't agree. Yeah, but that's not why it's not just lay them don't lay them. Yeah, we mean say now it in a parliament for discussion. Yeah, so now that's now the happen na the House of Parliament. And they lay them, as per record, waiting them in the try for do, they lay them without the opposition members them. And waiting them be the try for do, where the opposition leader be the try for do, now for let talk through the mic so he go inside record say they not agree, but if you watch at the end of the day they refuse for game. According to the clerk of parliament, he say and not go game in your mic because then don't destroy the your mic then. Well, now so we see the parliament empty the Shaolin temple now it on. Well, thank you for you join we. We appreciate you so much. Thank you very much to all the one that we don't share. We appreciate you so much. The one that we don't like, share, and all things. And left your comments down. Plenty thank you. Yeah. Whether on a gameplay, on a referee play, on a match end, the game done. Today, the emergency meeting, that's where it end up. I don't know, the imagine thing where they come up inside emergency. Anyway. My name Natsembe Pierre. Yeah. We meet again tomorrow. How about that? God bless you. Thank you very much. We love you so much. Okay. Thank you.
And my name Nababure Kablai.
Who ask you for your name?
Una stay focused, stay blessed. I love una. Make we stand for we rights. Tata.
Banga. I'm in the building. Man fed up, man. They make mumu talk. Pull up the tune. The lighting system so nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
It's so nasty. The water system, it just the nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
That's so nasty. Just the passage pad up and nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
And the real nasty. See we sweet salon, just the nasty. It's sorry. So that's it, make one nasty. So start with salon, so nasty. So nasty. This president's government is over nasty. What's in a nasty? Check with parliament if you see nasty. Always they talk, who talk that's a nasty. We ministers now them body nasty. For shots, call them papa nasty. Judicial system is smelling nasty. Now so nasty. Anti-corruption, they fake and nasty. They make sabi but nasty. We police and soldier, they all sorry. The system nasty. We footballers, they're over sorry. Cause SLFA nasty. The lighting system so nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
It's so nasty. The water system, it just the nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
That's so nasty. Just the passage pad up and nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
And the real nasty. See we sweet salon, just the nasty. It's sorry. Do not make one nasty. Entertainers, they not take me serious. That make we more nasty. Medical facility, it's too rotten. See The people they die nasty. Politics na the original nasty. We make salon down nasty. Free education, but me I not see nothing. Planning just they nasty. Some drivers themselves just too nasty. Mexican for business nasty. See for itself for the boss salon sorry. Angry they kill we nasty. Perspective na the country up and nasty. Salon just they nasty. Na go back, no one like corona don't save. Just they eat corona money pa nasty. The advantage now we country it too nasty. You know who that na me pa nasty. The water key system it just they nasty. The youth then down against with the nasty. We traffic wording then too sorry. The shop tickets pa nasty. Salon is sorry, until just they nasty. We sweet salon just they nasty. The lighting system so nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
It's so nasty. The water system it just they nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
That's so nasty. Just the passage pad up and nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
And the real nasty. See we sweet salon just they nasty. It's sorry, so nothing make one nasty. The country add up make all man nasty. Them only man add up nasty. All man they crumble, say salon nasty. Salon is full of nasty. Some journalists themselves too nasty. They spread this way nasty. Salon man in bad that's too nasty. They head with self nasty. 2020 ski kasi nasty. We salon get for nasty. Papa God na everything do ya save we. Save we from this nasty. Men the man fetch simini man fetch men the man. Salon na tribal nasty. You swan then this gun like which gun? That one a danger nasty. Me I don't talk down, I fed up with the nasty. The corona nasty. Na eastern na de una can beat me. Una can beat me for me nasty. The lighting system so nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
It's so nasty. The water system it just the nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
That's so nasty. Just the passage pad up and nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
And the real nasty. See we sweet salon just the nasty. It's sorry, so nothing make one nasty. The lighting system so nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
It's so nasty. The water system it just the nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
That's so nasty. Just the passage pad up and nasty.
Nasty, yeah.
And the real nasty. See we sweet salon just the nasty. It's sorry, so nothing make one nasty.